Have you ever noticed that the deeper your thoughts go, the harder it is to connect with others? That the more clarity you gain, the more distant you feel? You're not imagining it. Throughout history, society has treated deep thinkers with suspicion, not because they are misguided, but because they shine a light on what others prefer to ignore. From Socrates to Hypatia, from Da Vinci to Simone Weil, those who dared to question the norm were often met with resistance, not because they lacked empathy or wisdom, but because they made people uncomfortable. Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." But finding that why requires diving beneath the surface of comfort and conformity, a journey few are willing to take. Why is this? Why does society fear those who think beyond the ordinary? The answer lies deep within our evolutionary wiring. Imagine you're standing next to someone incredibly strong. You might feel inspired, or beside someone wealthy, you might feel motivated. But in the presence of someone intellectually profound, that's different. You don't just see their strength, you see your limitations. Psychologists call this the cognitive mirror. A deep thinker doesn't just present new ideas, they reflect our own mental blind spots. And for many, that's hard to accept. Intelligence, unlike wealth or strength, isn't something we simply observe. It challenges how we see ourselves. When someone questions long-held beliefs or invites us to look deeper, it can feel like an attack, not on ideas, but on identity. This is why deep thinkers often walk alone, not because they choose solitude, but because their presence is often too challenging for the crowd. In everyday conversation, when someone brings up something philosophical or abstract, you've probably seen eyes glaze over. That's not rudeness, it's discomfort. It's the mind's way of retreating from unfamiliar terrain. What's fascinating is that confidence is often more socially rewarded than intelligence. People gravitate towards certainty, even if it's built on shallow foundations. That's why in today's world, motivational slogans go viral while nuanced truths are ignored. It's not about what's right, it's about what feels good. But if intelligence isolates us, is it really a gift? The German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer didn't think so. He argued that intelligence, especially at high levels, is a kind of burden. It pulls us away from the everyday joys that comfort most people. The pursuit of truth, he believed, often leads not to happiness, but to disillusionment. Schopenhauer introduced the idea of the will, a blind, irrational force that drives all human behavior. Most people, he said, live according to the will to survive, to be liked, to find pleasure. But deep thinkers develop a different will, the will to truth. They seek reality even if it's painful. And in doing so, they often outgrow the things that others still cling to. This explains why deep thinkers often struggle with loneliness. It's not that they lack social skills or warmth. It's that they see through the social games. They recognize the masks people wear, the empty conversations, the desire to be liked rather than be known. Where most find comfort in noise, deep thinkers seek silence. Where most chase goals, they question their value. But does this mean all hope is lost? Not at all. In fact, there is a quiet strength in solitude. Schopenhauer believed that true fulfillment comes not from blending in, but from embracing one's inner world. He encouraged intellectuals to surround themselves with books, art, and nature, to find depth not in the crowd, but in contemplation. He also advised caution. Not every truth must be shared. Not every mind is ready. It's wise to observe first, to speak only when your words can be received. Wisdom, after all, isn't just what you know. It's knowing when and how to express it. So, if you've ever felt out of place for thinking too much, dreaming too deeply, or asking too many questions, know this: you are not broken. You are simply awake in a world that prefers to sleep. And yes, the road of a deep thinker is often narrow and quiet, but it's also rich with insight, beauty, and meaning. You may walk alone, but you walk with clarity. Embrace that path. Let solitude be your teacher. Let discomfort sharpen your understanding. For in a world that rewards simplicity, your depth is a rare and valuable gift.